House to Home, brought to you by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
All right, everybody, we are continuing our series with Liz and Gina from RE/MAX Diamond Realty Guam on home ownership, and tonight we are talking about love.
Relationship.
Yeah, well,
it's in the air.
Yeah, I mean, we're far from February 14th, obviously, so
Right.
Valentine's Day is a way off. But
Hey, I'm wearing red.
oh, very nicely and everything. But Gina, you've told me off camera so many times that the difference between renting and then actually owning a home can be directly likened to the difference between dating and then being married in terms of obligations and things like that. So
and commitment.
A commitment, exactly.
And commitment.
So explain, if you will, for our viewers and everything, the difference, how you can liken, owning a home to l'amour.
Well, honestly,
And that's all the French I know.
Yeah, you lost me at l'amour. And I do explain it to my customers that way sometimes, because when you put it into that perspective, then they really get it. We go around, we look at properties, and then they finally fall in love with something, right? It's like, wow, this is it. And it's the same, right? Mm-hmm. When they see the right house, they know it.
Love at first sight?
The bells start to ring.
Maybe not so much at first sight, but when they see that right home.
Yeah.
So it could be the 20th site, the 5th site. So that's the dating part, right? Mm-hmm. But when you know it, you know it. So we don't sell real estate. Our job is just to keep going with them, to be the driver, the limousine driver while they're dating.
You're the matchmaker.
Okay, the matchmaker.
Yes.
Our job is to take them so they could see, the places that they've selected that are in their price point.
Playing the field.
Playing the field.
So to speak.
We help them play the field. But when they find that right property, they know it. Mm-hmm. They tell us this is it. But here's the deal. Then the proposal's over, the contract's signed, they get the bank loan, honeymoon begins, and then the honeymoon's over because all of a sudden you have all of these obligations and responsibilities. And so that's why I do say, during that dating process, during that matchmaking process, I'm going to take my time, because once I'm done, that commitment for some people is forever. Mm-hmm. It's just like marriage.
And in most cases, Liz, as you were telling us, like with most banks and everything like that, 30, 40, 50 years, depending on the term of your loan.
That's right.
30 to 40.
40 years. And when the honeymoon is over, what's there? What's left in its place? Well, you've got maintenance, you've got the yard work, you've got the mortgages to pay. And as in everyday life, stuff happens. Sometimes it continues on and that individual's happy, and then sometimes people get tired. As you were mentioning, your friend was saying that when they were renting, they didn't have to worry about maintaining the yard. They didn't have to worry about maintaining the building itself, the unit. When something broke down, what did they do? They had to call the landlord. It was somebody else's responsibility. And all of a sudden, you're in this home that requires maintenance, and then after a number of years, what do you have to do? You have to replace toilets. Sometimes you have to replace doors or renovate. And then as your family grows, of course, then you need to either enlarge the home or do whatever. But it does take time and effort and a commitment. And sometimes and money. And without the money, by the way, Gina is actively involved in Habitat, and they place a lot of people in homes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we have to work on not only there's an education process. You tell them, yes, you're owning your home, you've rented for so many years, but now you've got to clean the yard, you've got to remove the trash. So many things go on that list. The honey-do list. You know how they say, honey, you got to do this, 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 this. Well, with a home, there's just so much.
I'm not getting in the middle of that.
You're the honey.
If a beautiful woman says, do this is how you jump it, yes ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No argument.
And some people don't realize what the responsibilities are. And then the house starts to go downhill. Maintenance isn't there. Mortgages don't get paid. Then what happens? You split.
But on the upside, and the reason why you do own a home is you get all these
benefits,
residual benefits.
That's right.
You get equity. You get, financially you're more stable as time goes on.
Right, and a home is there to build your family. Mm-hmm. You've got your children. They're stable in school because they have a home. And all over the nation, it's all about owning your own home. And it's about building your family and your dream. And how best do you do that to start with a stable home for your children? You know, they do better in school. They've done stats on that. They say it does make a difference.
Well, ladies, this was absolutely fascinating. I guess we can close. We're saying, you know, if you want professional realty advice, go to Liz and Gina at RE/MAX Diamond Realty. There is nobody better on the island to answer your questions. And if you want to see who's out there, maybe go on Match.com. That's completely up to you. Your prerogative. Okay, we're back after this.